Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have I'd Kill for You. This is, I think, from the ID Network. I'm not sure. It's one of those true crime kind of docu series. In a sense, it is from 2003 to 2016. Yeah, okay, but it doesn't look like it has all the seasons here. There's one season. Okay, there's one season, 10 episodes, and yeah, it's pretty much what you expect from a crime thriller. There's reenactments, surprisingly not bad reenactments. Like, I mean, look, everybody needs to. Some people are actors, and some of them aren't superstars. Most people who act are not superstars, and you like to act, you love to act. You're gonna do some stuff that's gonna pay the bills, and there's no shame in that. And reenactments are from true crime stories and all these recreation type of things. Yeah, reenactment kind of things pay the money, pay the bills. Hopefully it pays their rent or their mortgage in Hollywood or Vancouver or New York, wherever they're working. So good on them. But that's the bread and butter of these type of stories. So what do you get? Well, it does all the kind of, it keeps all the cliffhanger turns to the commercial break, or the commercial break would be. It basically, I was surprised that it wasn't just reenactments and just stuff from just news reports and relying mainly on the recreations, the reenactments. I keep saying recreations, reenactments. They started actually interviewing the people in the story. And the first one that I watched, the first episode, I only watched one episode, took place in Michigan in the 90s. So everybody's got 90s hair. The actors technically don't, but everybody's got a landline, so there's no cell phone communication in this. So at least they kept it, to that time. They don't go too hard on the fashion, which is fine, because it gets distracting after a while, I think, if they really went for that kind of stuff. So it's a woman named Lori. She dates a guy I feel like I've seen in a bunch of other... I feel like I've seen a lot of these actors in other stuff. There's a lot of actors. There's a lot in these, so I can't really... I don't know. I'm not going to look them all up. But... And this is a weird quintuple relationship thing. People are truckers, and I think the expectation is that if you're trucking a lot, you're going to have affairs. Come on, people. It's just, seriously, screw around, but don't mess with your marriages. Just unless you already got an agreement on that stuff, just come on, just knock it off, because it's only going to get you in trouble, and somebody's going to die. It's just the way it is. So, yeah. I think Lori is the main person, and we also see her in the modern day, or at least whenever this episode was filmed, like probably more than 13 years ago. We get to see her being interviewed, intercut with reenactments, and you're like, okay, well, she's innocent, because she's not in jail or dead. So, yeah, she's not a victim. Well, she is a victim to some degree. And I'm going to spoil little bits of this, just so you can get a feel for what we're looking at here, structurally. If you love these true crime kind of stories, you don't need to be convinced. Whether this is good or not, well, I'm not really one to ask, because I tend to stay away from most reality show type of true crime things. And again, this isn't reality, because there's no competition or people pretending to be who they're not, except in these relationships in the 90s. Basically, Lori gets this supposedly great man, super handsome, played by a handsome actor, and again, that's why I seem to recognize him from something I just don't know. And of course, he starts cheating on her. So, everybody's attractive. By the way, all the actors are attractive. It's just you don't hire average looking people for these things. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the casting director. Anyway, she gets cheated on. He practically admits it. He says, unless you catch me, I'm not going to divorce you. What? I mean, okay, you're literally admitting it to her, but okay. But he can't keep it in his pants because he's cheating on the woman he's cheating on with another woman. There's Lisa, there's Lori, there's Lisa, there's Carol, and then it's just him ping-ponging back and forth between a bunch of them. Eventually, Lori kicks him to the curb, but then it's between the other two, and then other people with other husbands, and then it's just... Then they start telling stories about each other, making threats. It gets really convoluted. I realize why they probably started with this for the season anyway. It gets confusing. I lose track after a while. So, but yeah, it's people are... Is it Quentin Flynn is a narrator, I guess? Yeah. He's got this kind of low-key kind of voice where he's not trying to be overly dramatic. What will happen next? He's not doing that. He's pretty much keeping it low and not sensationalizing anything, which I appreciate, because these are real people's lives. I can't imagine that being Laurie, the actual woman they're interviewing in these, talking head pieces, cut in between these reenactments of people humping on the bed, like in their underwear. Seriously, there's just so many people just making out in their underwear. There's no nudity, but Gary's going after her, and Lori and Lisa and Carol, everybody's in their underwear, and they're just... It's like a softcore kind of just TV... Well, it's a TV series, movie series kind of thing. Hard attractive people to hang out in their underwear and make out. I guess it keeps you watching. I don't know. It's just watching people just do awful things to each other. Like, not awful things. I mean, not fun awful things, but awful, like cheating on each other. It just seems just bad. So, yeah, I imagine there's at least 9 more stories to be told, at least on Disney+. It's not the kind of stuff I want to watch on Disney+, that I'm interested in. Really not. But yeah, that's what you get. And again, somebody then... And of course, when they finally give you somebody with some crazy eyes, you realize, okay, well, that's the killer. Not necessarily, but you're heading down the right path. Once you recognize which person has the biggest crazy eyes, you're like, okay, well, that person's involved. That person's responsible for something. Even if they didn't pull the trigger, that person's a manipulator. So, yeah, you're going to get that with a series like this. Unfortunately, this is the stories of real people, and it's a pretty miserable life. A lot of the people involved in this, either directly or tangentially, either get life or decades in prison. And even after it turns out that one of the people is completely innocent of all of this stuff, not even involved in the murder of one of the people, they end up getting involved with the death of somebody else a couple years later in a completely different story. There's like, yeah, that person killed somebody 2 years later, and now they're in prison for 45 years. What is it about trucking? What is it about Michigan? Is there something wrong with Michigan? Come on. You guys gotta lock it down. Take care of yourself. Just, come on. This ain't Florida. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 36. Okay, we're almost cleaning out that entire 30s kind of thing. Okay, again, another docuseries-ish. This is more of a reality show, and I imagine it's going to be, at least it's different. Like I said, we're going to have a ton of these, and we're actually into the 20. We have less than 30 now. As of this, we'll have 28 docuseries, documentaries, reality shows, stuff like that remaining. So it is the biggest bulk of content that remains. We have no more movies left until later this month when we get Avatar 3. But this is a reality show, one of those house shows. This is about hideous houses, real uggo houses, and what they do to fix them up, I guess. It's one of those fixer-upper type of shows. Yep. I'm hoping these episodes are short. Like, they just turn it around. Hey, that's an ugly house. Put it in some shiplap and paint some stuff, and they're like, not hideous anymore. Sell it. But we'll find out tomorrow when we watch Hideous Houses on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.